team in those days because Ozzy Ardiles, they had Ricky Villa, they had Steve Perriman, they had John Hollins, they had other great players playing for Tottenham at the time, and they came here thinking they were going to play an easy game. We came out of that tunnel there and we're at them straight away. We scored 2 goals in the first 15-20 minutes of the game. Okay, we scored another one just before half time. It was fantastic. We were playing great football. We had a penalty in the second half. We were winning 6-0. And the Cop are like, oh, this is fantastic. This is all fantastic. The Kemlyn Road there, they can be a bit hard on you, right? And the gentleman will tell you, and he'll tell you, if you've ever been there, they can be a bit hard on you. But never mind. 65 minutes gone, 65, we're 6-0 up in the game. They're all happy, they're not so happy, you know? They get a corner, Tottenham get a corner, okay? And I'm here on the near post. My job is to be at the near post, okay? I've said to Phil Neal, who's protecting his area there at the far post, I said, Phil, come and help me on the near post. Terry McDermott took his place. Phil Neal came towards me. Okay, Terry McDermott's on the line. He's there like that. We're 6-0 up. He sees his brother in the Cop. Hiya, lad, how are you doing? Oh, pint later? Yeah, we'll have a pint later. Yeah. And he's talking to his brother in the Cop. And me and Phil are on the near post, like, you know. So the ball gets cleared from the near post to the edge of the box, and that was Kenny Dalglish's area. Okay, we played David Johnson up front, Kenny Dalglish, that's his area. He turns, plays the ball up to David Johnson, you know, in line there. David Johnson then fires the ball down the line, and Steve Highway had ran about 70 yards down the line. He didn't even break stride. It was such a great ball. He crossed the ball into the far post. Who'd made the run? 90 yards, and it was timed at 10 seconds. Terry McDermott. He ran from there all the way down to there to head the ball in to make it 7-0. They still weren't happy. They weren't. They were terrible. You know what it was like. They weren't happy because, like, you know, well, come on, you can get another one. Still only another 15 minutes to go or something like that. Winning 7-0. But that year, we actually we scored 85 goals for Liverpool. Okay, we conceded 16 goals. It's still a record today, I think. Okay, so and 12 of them were away from Anfield. 4 of them were here at Anfield. And I was at fault for every one of those goals.
Do you know, here. That'll never be broken, that, will it?
No.
4 goals conceded at home all season.
No.
That is some team, that, isn't it?
When we played football, we went out there, first of all, to win the game. Okay, that was important. Because people like yourselves, the Cop and everybody, would be having a go at you if you didn't win the game. Okay? And I remember that first season, we actually got beat off our local rivals, Everton. Okay, they beat us 1-0. Andy King scored the goal, I can remember it, at Goodison Park. Okay, we got beat 1-0. That made their season. You know, but the point was, we went on to win just about every game. 30 games we won, drew 8, lost only 4 games. And that was the key to it. The success was, you know, you're playing for these people. Wonderful, wonderful times, like, you know, great times. And, you know, and every time, you know, anybody who runs onto the pitch should be proud to wear the red shirt of Liverpool. Not just because of what it represents now, but what it represented in the past. You know, I thought about the great players who the Ian St. Johns of the world, the Roger Hunts of the world, the Tommy Lawrences of the world. They were there way before me. And that's why history should always be looked upon as, like, you know, hey, think about it, and, you know, and look after it. That's what you should do. You know.
Thanks, Al. Thank you. We're coming to the end, guys. Have you enjoyed yourselves?
Yeah.
Well, listen, if you haven't, this is Phil Neal.
We start over again.
No, seriously, thanks for coming. I know Al enjoys doing these tours. We love doing them anyway. We get to work with the legend, which is great for us as well. Okay? Will you please put your hands together for the legend, Mr. Alan Kennedy?
much.